is that the best back take you've ever seen in MMA? Because what he does is when Gaethje is sprawling in this contest, he's not just sprawling. He is sprawling and turning so he doesn't get pushed into the fence. He was very diligent about that in the Alvarez and the Gaethje fights. You can go back and you can watch it. So in this fight, when you see the level change that Khabib hits, you see automatically Gaethje turn because he doesn't want to get turned that direction. But what Khabib does is he actually scoots under him. Explanation for all of this.
Tyson Fury changed his strategy. And also, you have to realize that Tyson Fury in the first fight was coming off of a multiple-year battle with depression, mental illness, drinking, got suicidal thoughts. He talked on my podcast about driving his Ferrari and almost slamming into a bridge. He's like, I was pedal to the metal, and I was thinking about slamming into this bridge. And they changed his mind. And just slowly worked his way into shape, got healthy again, got his mind right again, and pulled it back around. But when he fought Deontay Wilder the first time, his father didn't want him to take the fight. He's like, you're not healthy enough yet. You're not ready yet. And he did his best. He fought well, but it was a draw. By the time they fought the second time, he was in tip-top condition.
Right.
He had gone through the camp for the first fight. His body was completely recovered from all the abuse of alcohol and cocaine and all the shit that he was doing. And then he took on the Kronk trainer, Sugar Hill. And then his whole strategy changed. He's like, the guy does not fight well off the heel, off the back foot. Let's move him back. And Tyson Fury is fucking enormous. He's huge.
6'9".
Yeah, and he came into the fight, I think he was like 280.
Yeah. And
so he just pressed him and just was throwing bombs. And I don't think Deontay Wilder expected that.
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder expected him to run and move and jab and fight the same way he fought in the first fight. And instead, Tyson Fury just came right at him and just clipped him hard and often. And I think if you go back to their first fight and you look at how when Tyson Fury got dropped in the 12th, rose like Lazarus, and then came back, survived, and then started winning the round.
Right.
And then I think he realized from that moment on, the way to beat this guy is to back him up.
Right.
And then he took that strategy. Sugar Hill, of course, like Kronk, legendary, aggressive attack. I mean, they're like if people who are MMA fans who love shoot the box, they're like the shoot the box of boxing, right? If you think about it, like aggressive, attacking, multiple champions, Gerald McClellan, Tommy Hearns, I mean, the list goes on. And he employed that sort of attacking strategy. And he's a fucking masterful boxer, too.
Right, that's the other part about it. I mean, folks don't realize he can play the defensive game. I think you saw it in the Otto Wallin fight. He's so long and has such good trunk movement. He can actually lean on the ropes, and the punches go in front because he's so tall and long. He can play that game.
Well, the Klitschko fight.
Right, exactly.
Just outboxed Vladimir Klitschko. It was one of the greatest ever.
Wasn't the most thrilling fight. I mean, the Wilder fight was much better, but I did a whole video on it, and too, I was like amazed. From the stance he took, he had a little bit of an A-frame stance, so you could say just away, and he was always a double jab away. So he was long enough where he was outside of anything that Wilder could have put together. He was a real 1-2 kind of guy, or Wilder would just come lunging in with a punch, and he was good enough to back him up and then steer him into punches. And I always talk about this. Eugene Behrman, who's and everyone gets on me because I'm always promoting city kickboxing, but it's like
he's a masterful trainer.
It's like, well, not only that, I mean, every once in a while you come around to a guy who not only can train fighters to a high degree, but has an idea about what the game is missing and how to fill that gap. And they are big believers in feinting. They make a point. They basically say, like, how is it possible you can have people come from this little tiny island? And, Adesanya is the very best version of that. But, like, they've got good fighters. Brad Riddell, Shane Young. Dan Hooker. They got a lot of guys. And Volkanovski has trained under Brad, who trained under Eugene. But basically what they believe is that what has been missing for a long time in MMA striking is effective faking and feinting. Mm-hmm. And that they do shadowboxing drills for hours just on feinting. Struck. Wait till you see what he does to this fucking guy's face. He uppercuts him to the point where a piece of his face goes flying off. This was last Friday. This was just a couple of days ago. Look at that shit. Look at that. That was from one uppercut.
Oh, my God.
Look at his face, Joe.
That's pretty crazy.
He looks like he got attacked by a bear.
Now, do they let fights go on in boxing with a split lip
like
that?
No, they called it eventually here.
That's interesting. Because, like, you remember Robbie Lawler with that crazy split lip when he fought Rory McDonald?
But it was right at the end.
Interesting.
And then, look at that shit.
How about the Gervonta Davis knockout?
Bro.
How beautiful is that uppercut?
That was a thing of
the
beauty.
Same uppercut that Povetkin used.
Yeah, a little bit.
Similar. That same, like,
if you go and look closely, Gervonta is squared. And so he's leaning to either side. Mm-hmm. And so when the punch comes, he's able to slip this direction. Oh, so he's left-handed, Joe. But
Here it is.
So watch. See, look how he's square.
Oh, yeah, he's totally square.
So see how that left hand, can you go back and pause it for just a second? I want to show you something. Pause it right at the moment of impact. If you can, if it's at all possible. That's when he's going to throw here. So he slips. Now watch. First of all, the Povetkin one, the arm was extended, so it came under the arm. God. This is in front. It's on the inside angle. But notice, Gervonta is left-handed. he is left hand forward here. So he's squared, and you know how some guys jab with their power hand to like throw people off or just stick them with it?
De La Hoya.
So he sat in square and then gave this guy every inch of a lead uppercut from his power hand.
God damn, that was a beautiful shot. Look at that.
Al Bernstein got saved too, because poor Al Bernstein's the man. I love Al. Every time I've interacted with him, he's the sweetest guy.
He's a great guy.
And he was about to say, you know, if he was like right in the middle of saying, you know, if Gervonta Davis thinks that his power is going to put, Santa Cruz down, and then he cracked him with it, so he stopped mid-sentence. Wouldn't have been his fault, because the point was, like, Santa Cruz opened up. Like, he was engaging
Davis
with the guy.
is, like, I think what has he got, 23 knockouts?
Something like, he's only had one person go the distance, yeah.
Yeah, but goes back to the Wilder fight. Like, Deontay, before Tyson Fury beat him, had only gone to decision 2 times. Tyson Fury and Dominic Breazeale, was that what it was?
Breazeale he knocked out in the first round in the rematch. Oh, no, Berman Stavern, right?
That's right, Stavern. Yeah. Stavern was in the first fight. He beat him by decision.
Right.
And
it's the same with Khabib.
Yeah.
Oh, Khabib didn't fight anybody. No, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He makes them look like they're fighting me. That's the difference.
Look what he did to Justin Gaethje. That's all you need to know. If you say Justin Gaethje's a nobody, you're crazy. You watch that Tony Ferguson fight, Justin Gaethje's a fucking animal.
He's a savage.
And he just closed that gap. And he ate a lot of leg kicks too, man. He ate a lot of leg kicks that would, I mean, I don't know how many of those you can eat from Justin.
Right.
Maybe he had like 5 or 6 more in the tank.
Right.
So you're on E. But he closed the gap and then wound up finishing with a triangle off of his back. I mean, god damn.
A serious question about this, because I went through it a couple times. So from the moment he got kicked, then he initiates the takedown. So it was a kick. He tried the first round. He did it off a head inside single. Didn't work. Second round, he tried it off a double from the outside leg kick. First round was an inside leg kick, hence the inside single. Didn't work. So then he goes to the double. It's 22 seconds from that till the finish. So 22 seconds, we're apart. 22 seconds later, you're unconscious. I mean, this is my question to you. Is that the best back take you've ever seen in MMA? Because what he does is, when Gaethje is sprawling in this contest, he's not just sprawling. He is sprawling and turning so he doesn't get pushed into the fence. He was very diligent about that in the Alvarez and the Gaethje fights. You can go back and you can watch it. So in this fight, when you see the level change that Khabib hits, you see automatically Gaethje turn, because he doesn't want to get turned that direction. But what Khabib does is, he actually scoots under him, pulls him up, and then with his head posts him over, gets the hands to plant. Well, once the hands are planted, the double is over. He doesn't care about it anymore. Now he just wants the tight waist. And from the tight waist, he's holding, his elbows aren't flared. They're tight here, right? Like he's T-Rexing inside. At that point, you have created, if you're Justin Gaethje, putting your hands, you've created a stable structure for this guy to now mount. Plus, if you want to escape to the fence to like stand, he can control the ascent. So he goes, double, turns, pushes hands to the mat, forces Gaethje down, and then with his gable grip, then keeps it there and then replaces it with the hooks, and then turns it into a fake, not a real Joe Rogan, a fake head and arm triangle attempt, just so Gaethje gets his elbows away from his body. Then he chair sits to occupy the space, then throws the leg over, and then sits back and takes mercy upon him, as we learned later from Daniel Cormier. Rather than armbar him from his mom's, I'm just going to triangle you because that's the merciful. This guy is out here taking fucking pity on his opponents. And he's doing back takes like that. John Jones to me is the most accomplished fighter we've ever seen. Like the things accumulate over time. No one is as flawless as Khabib Nurmagomedov. Not even close.
I think that is the argument, right? Like, who is the GOAT? I think if you look at John...
Very, I mean, the day he fought Shogun, correct me if I'm wrong, it was either the Beta fight or the Shogun fight. That morning, he chased down a robber.
Yeah.
In Newark, New Jersey, which is, I had worked there one time. It fucking sucks. Okay?
I was born there.
Is that right? You were born in Newark?
Yeah.
Wow, Joe, you've come up a long way. Newark sucks.
Newark sucks.
Anyway, and he chased down a robber there and the whole 9 yards. And, you know, I mean, just things about distraction and blah, blah, blah. And it had zero impact on it. And he fucked. And everyone wants to say, by the way, I don't know if you follow closely MMA Twitter. I'm a little bit more, you know, in the weeds on that kind of thing by virtue of my media placement. Everyone wants to say, oh, Shogun was washed. Motherfucker, he was the belt holder at the time John took it.
Yeah, just knocked out Lyoto Machida.
What the fuck are you talking about? Was that Prime Shogun from the 2005 middleweight tournament in Pride? No. But was he some kind of washed afterthought? What the fuck? What kind of revisionist nonsense is this?
He was one of the best fighters in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hard to say he was washed up. Just because John comes along. First of all, John opens up with a flying knee. Who the fuck does that? You know, what young kid, what was he, 23, right?
If 23?
That. He opens with a flying knee on a legend.
You almost watch it, and here's what he really did at the time. He was just disrespectful. Not like in the fuck you kind of sense, but like, I'm going to fight you in a way where, like, all these stories that they told me about you, it's like the buzzing of flies to me.
Didn't matter. He was so confident. He just was a guy who, first of all, when you look at just the genetics in his family are phenomenal. His father is a massive man. Both of his brothers are NFL players, elite NFL players. There's just tremendous athletes in the house. And then they grew up together. If you watch guys who grew up with athletic brothers, like they all beat the fuck out of each other, right? Like Matt Hughes and Mark Hughes, they beat each other's asses. Like that is the case. Like Joe Lozon and Dan Lozon beat each other's asses. There's so many examples of guys growing up with tough brothers, and they are fucking hardened. You know, by the time they get into the octagon, this is just like there's so many of them like that. I think there's something to that.
Right.
Having two bad motherfuckers as brothers and like constantly competing with each other. I think,
but it doesn't also say something that, like, okay, Nogueira exception aside, most of the brother tandems or even the sister tandems, one is clearly better than the other, though. Like Matt better than Mark.
Right.
Valentina, Antonina.
Joe better than Dan.
Joe better than Dan.
Right.
The Nogueira brothers, I might say that Big Nog a little bit better than Little Nog. Although Little Nog was pretty fucking great. You know, it wasn't like a tremendous difference. But in general, usually one like kind of puts it on the other one for a little bit. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, sometimes that.
Alex Smith, it was a recent quarterback. It was, I think, a season or two ago. He got tackled, but the way he got tackled was very different. He broke his shin bone. Okay, but it wasn't a snap like this. Right? They didn't break it like spaghetti. They. So this is known as a spiral fracture.
Yeah.
They twisted it like a sponge. And not only that, you can see upper there. You see the upper left right there. That's his leg. He had to get, I think, a dozen.
Go to that picture.
Oh, well, hold on. They made a whole documentary on this guy, Joe. Look at this.
Yeah, Jamie told me about him and that he's playing again now, right?
Are you a football fan, Jamie?
Jamie, go to that full picture, the upper top one, the one right there that you got up there on the right hand side. No, the one you just had.
Well, just before.
Yeah, go to that. Make that large. Jesus.
So he had to get.
Look at that. That looks like a dog's chew toy.
Okay, ready? I thought he wasn't going to walk again, and he got infected, and he almost lost his leg. A couple of weeks ago, he made his return to the NFL.
That's insane.
Can you believe that?
Look at that. Look at that calf.
Yeah, 17 or so surgeries, I think, is what he had.
Over the course of how long?
A year and a half or two, something like that.
Look at that picture. Make that picture bigger. That is insane.
You got to watch the documentary they made on him, Joe. It is. I mean, again, I love fighters, but there's more profiles in athletic courage than just what they do. Look at that. They had to take muscle and reattach it down low.
That's like an American Werewolf in London when he starts to change.
It's like, are you Teen Wolf?
That's so crazy.
And he made his return.
Oh my god, oh my god, look how bad that break is.
Yeah, again, it wasn't in half. It was a rotating break.
That's rough.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, you know, there's only been 2 UFC leg breaks. Oh my god, look at that.
Show the drills. You could show if they got the video. You could see him do the drills. By the way, he made $18 million on his year off. By the way, so you know,
nice for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Gee.
It's just video.
And how did he do when he came back?
He sucked. He wasn't very good. But and every time he got tackled, you were like,
oh my god, imagine him.
And dude, he had his little kids there and his wife, and they were like, yeah. But I was like, fuck that, dude. I had a hard time watching. He's fine, but he's not very good right now.
Is he compromised, like to the point we'll never be the same again?
To the full extent of that, I don't know. I mean, they put him on the roster, and he started it because the initial quarterback is young and he's not very good. They're going to get rid of him. Then the backup got a concussion, so he was third string, and they're like, "You're active."
So I think